In this one, I'm going to walk you through how to unlock a tremendous amount of business opportunities using 3 different methodologies. And it's been a really cool thing for me to continue to wrap my head around and allow me to not only tell people the exact people I need to be introduced to, but how to help the people I'm talking to figure out who they need to be introduced to so we can create some really cool synergistic relationships that build both of our businesses. Hey, I'm Donnie Boivin. I'm the CEO and founder of Success Champions, and I'm on a mission to help as many people as possible get to business freedom. Why? Because nobody was helping me along the way, and I made myself an island. And let me tell you, building a business is the toughest thing I've ever done, so I teach everything that I wish somebody would have taught me along the way. So the first one is, it's called the introduction triangle or triangle of introductions. And how it works is there's 3 industries you need to know about your business at all times, okay? The first industry you need to know, and I'm talking industry, not individual, it has to be an industry for this to work. The first one is what industry sends you the most referrals? Like literally, if you were to break down every client you've ever gotten, and you were to look at where that client originated from, likely it was an introduction or a referral from someone else. If you break all those down, most of those are going to come likely from one particular industry. You need to know, so number 1, what industry sends you the most referrals? Number 2, if you look at the referrals and introductions you give, there are likely, particular industries that you refer more often than others. So the number 2 is, who do you send the most referrals to? And to finish out the triangle, we all have industries that in our head, it just makes sense that they would send us referrals. So the third one you need to have is, what industry do you wish sent you referrals? Who sends you the most referrals? Number 2, who do you refer the most? Number 3, who do you wish sent you referrals? Make a list. There's got to be 3 different industries, and I'll show you how to use those here in a second. The second idea is trigger events. Now, trigger events are moments in a business's life that happen that are a high indicator that they may need your services, okay? So you can think a trigger event as a lot of different things. Some of my favorite ones is an executive left a company. So think a chief sales officer, a vice president of sales leaves a company. There's a huge opportunity there. Maybe it's a VP of marketing or CMO leaves a company. Maybe there's a new massive competitor on the marketplace. There's an opportunity there. It could be something as simple as somebody saying, hey, I've got to get my taxes right? Huge opportunity there. It's something you're going to either notice or hear that's happening to a business that is a high potential that you can move in and help. So to make trigger events work, you need to be very defined on what you do for businesses. What pains, what problems, what issues do you help businesses solve? What solutions do you help them figure out? How do you help a business? What I want you to do is think about all of those things that you can do for a company, and I want you to think about what trigger event would somebody else likely hear that would be an indicator that they need to introduce this person to you. So let's say you're out at a networking event and you hear somebody say, hey, we are really in need of an admin. We're really in need of an operational person. We're really in need, or we're looking for a new accounting firm, or maybe it's something along the lines of, hey, we're getting ready to move locations. All of these are particular trigger events. And if you know all the trigger events that you could have or other people could hear, you need to come up with this massive list and be teaching others how they should be listening for, or maybe even what questions they should ask that would get people to talk and discuss about these particular things. It's amazing what you can do, what you come up with when you really think about all the different trigger events that are indicators, okay? And then a third one here is the hit list. And how the hit list works is at all times, you need to have a top 10 or a top 25 list of your ideal, perfect prospects, right? The exact people that you need to be introduced and who to get to, okay? I have two different types of hit list. One is prospects, one is industry partners, okay? The prospects is I'll have a list of 10 to 20 particular companies that I would like to do business with. I'd also have the introduction list or the people that also are targeting my ideal client, but they're not competition. So, I target small business owners for the company. So I'm often looking for other people who are also targeting and looking for small business owners. So like people that do marketing and social media are great contacts for me. People that are consultants and business coaches are great contact for me. Fractional COOs, CMOs, CSOs, those are great people for me because we're not competition, but we can strategically go after the same clients and make a lot of introductions. So if you make these three things and you put them together, you're going to have a triangle of introductions, which is 3 different industries that you need to be introduced to. You're going to have a list of trigger events that people are going to hear and are going to be listening for to be able to open doors for you. And then you're going to have your hit list of key targets that you want to go after, either from just introductions or in businesses or prospects you want to go after. Now, what you do with this is you sit across from people and you literally say, hey, can we have a introduction conversation about who you need to meet, who I need to meet, and let's see if we can open up some doors for each other. And then you take them through and you start with them first always. You give first and then you ask second, okay? So you ask them, what industry sends them the most referrals? What industry do they send the most referrals to? What industry do they wish sent them referrals? And then you go, what are your trigger events? What things should I hear, listen to, or maybe I'll hear out while networking or while I'm out at events and such that are likely to come up? And then as they're doing this, you create a hit list for them. You create a list of key introductions that you can make for them. And you're going to be blown away that if you can make them 3 to 5 introductions, really solid strategic introductions, or referrals. And the difference, an introduction is 2 good people meet. A referral is, hey, actually, I know somebody who's particularly looking for your service. I've already reached out, introduced them, and they're expecting your phone call, right? So a referral is there's a sales conversation going to happen. If you sit across from people and regularly take them through this process and then flip it and say, these are the industries I'd like to meet, right? These are the trigger events that you're likely to hear out there in the marketplace. And here's my hit list. Here's the key prospects I'm looking for. Here's the key people I'm trying to be introduced to. And if you have these conversations on a regular basis, you can almost build a business without any cold calling, without any cold prospecting. But you've got to be very strategic here. You got to give, take, give. If you follow my videos, you're going to hear me say that a lot because that's the way this all works. So take these 3 things, your triangle of introductions, your trigger events, and your hit list, and use it to get a ton of introductions coming into your business so that you can go bigger and louder and help a lot more people with the services you have. Man, with Success Champions, we created a world where we bring together business owners in a peer group format, and it's 100% focused on growing your business. This is not anybody with a heartbeat gets in. You've got to qualify to be a member, which means you have to apply and be approved by the leadership team in these groups. And it functions very much like a mastermind that's focused on business growth. So imagine being able to sit around with other business owners weekly, discussing best practices on how to go bigger. Maybe it's different problems and issues that arise in your company. Maybe it's something you're trying to figure out and how to go bigger with. You can literally use these groups to help you be your pure mastermind that will allow you to go bigger. Go to successchampionnetworking.com, request to visit a chapter, and see what I mean for yourself. And if you got any value out of this, please do me a favor and like, comment, and share. Your questions and comments below help me tremendously reach more people and allows me to get the message out. Share this out with one person that, could benefit from this particular content. And as always, love you, mean it. See you, bye.